What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live. And tonight, I'm doing a video just covering some deep stuff, honestly. I'm back home from working out at the gym. It's honestly been a little while. I've been absent from the gym for a little while, you know, and it just feels good to be back at it. Like I never been gone from it, to be honest. And I really credit being a vegan, a lot of just balanced energy. You know what I'm saying? Like truly doing my best. And I didn't even eat all day until like right when I came home. And I finished working out, around 9 o'clock. So I just had some kale chips, kale chips from Whole Foods, as well as some seaweed. So yeah, I love the kale chips. They're like a vegan cool ranch flavor. So it's pretty cool, pretty tasty, and some seaweed and some grapes too. But yeah, like honestly, what I'm doing a video about is I saw a video on a Instagrammer. He's very well known. He's very influential in the Instagram, plant-based vegan community. His name's Chaka Bars, and he's a mentor, you know, personally, you know what I'm saying? And I'm inspired by him. And like, he shared a video, has a video, and speaking of TLC, and like I said, he's not speaking of it, but it's a clip of the group, the band, the R&B soul band called TLC. And this is back in '96 when they were winning a Grammy Award. And, like, this was some real truth. Like, it really caught me off guard out of nowhere, because I support, them. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I really don't know all of their songs. I'm very aware of the song called Waterfalls. I don't know all the other stuff. And, at the same time, it's just love. You know what I'm saying? It's inspiration. It's what I resonate with, so they're a phenomenal band, very well known, especially in, different eras, generations, they're talented regardless, they can connect with any generation, so that's how they connect with me, with Waterfalls, and as well as I remember Lisa Left Eye Lopez, her and her sharing the common healing nutritional aspect of being with, Dr. Sebi, fasting, the CMOS, this and that. I remember seeing some snippets about that. So that's also a dope connection too. And like, just on stage, they're speaking about what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going through struggle. You know what I mean? Like, and this really caught me off guard because they're extremely honest, about the struggle that so many of us actually have. And no, we're not victims at all. It's just like, there's levels of it, obviously, and there's also like literally no type of overnight success. So like with that being in mind, like the more and more like I'm becoming more and more whole and advancing and leveling up and healing myself and awakening up and stuff like that, I am just, more and more sensitive and aware like of this vibes, you know what I'm saying, energy, and like they're asking them, how are you broke, after, selling all these millions of albums, this and that, and, the manager was staring at them the wrong way or something like that, and like it was just honestly a very racy vibe, to be honest. Like it felt like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm I understand TLC where they're coming from. You know what I'm saying? And like the Matrix, the crowd, you know, people speaking, like, what I'm saying, it's the octaves are off, the tension, the vibes are off, and you can feel it underneath, because they're speaking about how they're in contracts and like, they're stuck and, like basically they're saying it's possible to be broke. Like when you see all this hoopla, tours and selling CDs and songs and albums and stuff like that, and people think that that's they just it's perfect life, perfect living, and at the same time, like, no, they're actually being honest. They're saying, like, they're not happy, and like it's just some real stuff. To be honest, it caught me off guard, to be real, because you're able to, I'm able to, like, relate, with this, with, the process, the struggle, going through hard times. And it's like, it's awesome when it's unveiled to you in the form of a celebrity that you're actually inspired by, and to see, hey, this is actually real, what I'm saying? Like, you're not alone, like, everybody has a struggle. Everybody has some type of stuff. It's just different resonances and understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody sees the world with the same two eyes, and at the same time, it still is resonance. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know. Sometimes, especially whenever you go through 24-hour fit, going to the gym, like, I'm in my zone. It's just like, sometimes, like, on this whole awakening journey, you know, it's some heavy stuff. Sometimes we do feel angry, like you want to cry, or super happy, but at the same time you keep it real, because it's like more and more you realizing who you truly are. You know what I'm saying? More and more you realizing who you truly are, and like, I get inspired by these brothers and sisters up in the gym, because it's a family. It's just like an inspiring vibe, a connection type of vibe. I feel welcomed. I feel celebrated. I feel, you know, like I'm someone, in their presence, and it's just, I'm learning more and more, obviously, that, hey, we're not here to please everybody, and I'm aware that's common sense, okay? As well as, we're not here to hold everybody's hand, and at the same time, we can still, you know, process this stuff and do it the best we can. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have a different load on our plate, and it's just amazing to notice our heart rate, improve more and more, and that's what I'm noticing. You know what I'm saying? With my responses to certain scenarios, situations, because maybe I'll see certain things and, like, you know, I'm not perfect, I'm not no saint. Sometimes I will get pissed off, like, internally, and I'm trained how to respond, in a healthy way, in a mature way. And it's just certain things like this is like not taught in school. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we learn in nature school. You know what I mean? I remember one time I was walking with, you know, my partner, my girlfriend, my spouse, and one time, like, a bus driver, a brother bus driver, and he was asking us, "Oh, y'all going to school?" This and that, and like, we both said yeah, because she was going to college, and I was going, and I was just implying, saying, hey, like, earth school, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it flowed, you know what I'm saying? And it's true, you know what I'm saying? This is some deep stuff that we go through, we're understanding, because, it's like the layers are being peeled away, to see the truth, your own, the truth, you know what I'm saying? That's been blinded, and, like, understand, like, you connecting the dots sometimes about certain things too, that maybe some of, this is all a natural process, and, I'm honestly grateful for my teachers, you know what I'm saying? And to be real with y'all, I'm speaking of teachers as in, my partners, you know what I'm saying? Ever since I went vegan, I met some of the realest women ever, I don't care how things might have looked on paper. I don't care who's trying to judge or whatever, because at the end of the day, I'm free to do whatever I want and be wherever I want. That's our birthright. Nobody controls us. And at the same time, like, I'm grateful to have God work in my life. Because sometimes when you're going through those times, you it may be just rapid out of nowhere. You don't understand it. You're going through hard times, and it's like, what is this? You know, this is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still love it, and it's real, and it's hard though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, fully into the present. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly feel, I truly do feel like we are blessed with angels whenever we do truly vow to improve our life for the better. You know, some people call it angels, mermaids. I can say it as God, to be real with y'all, because it's funny, like, the later, more and more we grow, and the further and further we go on through life, you know, to process things, maybe through days, weeks, months, you know, and like to see how we can become at peace with that stuff, with understanding stuff. Some of these teachings, these works of God, as I'm calling it, you know, is like almost so far beyond our comprehension. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, the heart knows what the mind can only dream of, and that's so true. And sometimes I feel that with relationships, with, you know, the, our complements, our genders, a man to a woman, you know what I'm saying? And our roles, you know what I'm saying? We have both energies inside of us. And at the same time, like, we still have our role. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just naturally expressed however it is. There's no stereotype at all. We're equal, we're having our freedom of expression. But for me personally, I noticed, it really, 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 really got me finally to, surrender, to let go, to slow down, to calm down, to stop chasing, you know, and to realize that it's up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've got to keep it going, you know what I'm saying? And it's not handy, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's coming to save us, it's on us. Miracles do happen. It's just, the message is to keep the momentum going forward, and like, I'm grateful for it, because when I was going through it, I didn't understand. My heart was all the way out of whack. I got cracked open like an egg, a yolk coming out of an eggshell. And it was hard for me to understand, because at the same time, it was true love, real love. You know what I'm saying? When you can think about someone and they're 3,000-4,000 miles away from you, when you drive when you drive like 8 hours for someone to the airport, you do everything for them. When you connect with, amazing love, works of God, angels, you get shown a lot about yourself, and part of it feels like this test in a way, and it's sometimes hard to explain in a way, but it's like, as sometimes that's why I had to stop judging myself, because sometimes I would be like, that's a little weird, that's a little crazy, and at the same time, like, I'm like, no, it's not. It's actually feels like it's a very deep thing, a loving thing, a truthful thing, a work of God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, source, spirit, and yeah. And it's just like, I'm just so grateful for all our sisters out there, some strong women out there for real, because a lot of us have been through a lot, hurt a lot, and finally, when we just get so tired of being weak, struggling, and it's like we feel a calling to rise, by our mentors, our coaches, that inspire us. And it's like, hey, I know there's got to be a way. I just need to keep, listening to that voice, that heart connection, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean. You know who you are when you're wherever alone, and it's not always just about plugging in numbers, working, on Instagram, social media, this and that, there's times where you just vibe out. You meditate, you listen to music, you write, whatever, you draw, whatever. And you might get some amazing spiritual downloads. Some people call it prayer, some people just meditate, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Like, when you hear that, it's truly a blessing, because especially after seeing this TLC video and stuff like that, like, having heightened awareness and heightened senses, to separation in, the world. Like, it was a big pill to swallow, but it's like, I'm aware I'm not no victim or anything. It's just, you know, we gotta be strong and move forward with it. Like, I'm just staying, you know, grateful, always open to learn and not to be too hard on myself. And, I'm still just spreading the message that, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know everything, obviously. This is like, I'm saying, I get it. Like, there's certain things we learn, and like we process it internally. And that's what life's about. It's supposed to be about having a full range of expression, of feeling, of emotion, not being desensitized, not being numb, and that's basically what the whole video is like. It was like TLC, are some amazing angels on stage, and then, like, the people, the crowd is desensitized. I feel it in the energy, and you just know, what I'm saying? You feel it underneath. It's not even about the body, it's so much deeper than that. You just are aware of it. And I don't know everything. It's just, I saw that today, and I really felt like just, sharing some energy about this whole thing. Like, we just gotta be strong. We gotta want it bad, to succeed. Just like Eric Thomas, like, he was speaking about his inspirational story about a guy. I forgot the whole story, but bottom line is, just the quote was, it was something about a guy and another guy, and like, he was just about swimming or drowning, something like that. And bottom line is, the quote is, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And like, that quote hits home, for real, because it's like, none of that other stuff means nothing. You already know there's more to come. You already know that this is a long haul. For us personally, at Eternal Authenticity, we came here for a long life. I don't know what everybody else is doing. It's just, when you wake up to that, it's like, wow. And at the same time, you still have a imagination, the spirit, your heart that's encouraging you to go, keep going, But yeah, anyways, just saying, I be messing with y'all. I'm a deep guy, as always. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, back from the gym, working out super long, no food at all day until like after I finish, late at night, finally ate my one meal, and I'm here, what I'm saying? I made it here. So it's amazing what type of secrets we'll discover about the universe, and see how far, how great we truly can be, what I'm saying? So I'm doing health and wellness consultations, and I can share with you what's helping me throughout this plant-based awakening voyage. So I have the links below. Inquire, hit me up, and let's collaborate, let's connect, and keep rising higher. It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live.